Sometimes our pets are smarter than we are. We can think and plan, but they have different ideas. Dogs are our furry friends. They're important members of our family, and we like to include them in everything that we do. We used to live up in Maine a long time ago, and it's winter up there like 10 months out of the year. We had an Alaskan Malamute named Timber, 100 plus pounds of pure muscle, and he just loved to run and pull. They're really powerful dogs. So one of the activities that we loved up there was ski-joring, where you cross-country ski with the dog. It's kind of like dog sledding, but you use skis on your feet, and then you have this special bungee cord thing. So anyway, he really loved to do this activity. But like all dogs, when he knew I was getting the harness out in that, he would get crazy excited, and he was really difficult to manipulate around, trying to get the harness on him and get everything hooked up and get the skis on my feet. You know, when you go to take your dog for a walk and they see the leash, or you get your shoes out of the closet and they know you always wear those shoes when you take them to the park or whatever, they get super excited and they're just crazy jumping, and they get difficult to manage. And imagine a 100 plus pound dog jumping all over the place and pulling and yanking and like, let's go, let's run, it's time to get going. So I put on my thinking cap, trying to figure out a way to make this work better. And one day I came up with the bright idea that, hey, we've got a one-car garage by the house, and I had installed one of them electric door openers where you mash the button and the door goes up overhead, the light comes on. You mash the button again, then the door closes. And you have the button over on the wall, and then you have the one you put on the visor in the car. So I thought, hey, this will work great. I'll put all the ski-joring stuff out into the garage. I'll bring Timber out into the garage. I put his harness on him, and of course he's jumping and he's all excited, but we're not outside in the driveway or the yard. We're in our garage, and it's just a one-car garage, and so it's little. So he's all excited and he's got his harness on, and I put the special belt on around my waist and hook up the bungee cord with its special quick release button on it and get it all hooked up, and I get the skis on my feet, and oh man, everything is just going slick. It's working perfect. I'm keeping Timber calmed down. He's jumping and raring and ready to go, and we get all set, and it's like, this is just working great. I mash the button on the remote control, and the garage door starts to go open, and I'm like, oh man, this is just perfect. The garage door gets open about 10 inches, maybe a foot. Timber goes down and out the door. Uh-oh. Before I know it, I'm plastered up against the garage door. I'm like, hey, Timber, what are you doing, buddy? Stop! I didn't even know it's like those cartoons where like Wile E. Coyote goes off the cliff, and then all of a sudden he's like in midair for a second, and then whoosh, and he disappears. I'm like plastered up against the door. Timber's out in the driveway, and I can hear him just like running on the driveway, and I'm like, he's digging holes in the blacktop trying to run. I'm up against the garage door, and then for some reason I have this weird thought about Sherry calling me a procrastinator, and thinking, I don't procrastinate, I think. Craziest things run through your mind when you're in the middle of a crisis. And so I'm thinking about, I like to think about things. Oh no, you procrastinate. No, I plan and think and plan and read and write notes, and I really want to know what's going on, have all the possible scenarios figured out. Well boy, that sure didn't work in this case. I'm up against the garage door. Timber's out in the driveway trying to head for the snowmobile trail to go cross-country skiing, skidoring. And then about this time, the belt slips down around my legs because he's pulling out underneath the door. The door's like slowly ratcheting up, and it's maybe 2 feet now, and the belt's down around my ankles, so I'm hanging on the garage door. Well, about this time, because I'm hanging on the door, it stops moving. Thank you for safety features, the last thing I needed. So now I'm hanging on the door. My feet are trying to be pulled out underneath a door that's open 2 feet. Hey, knees don't bend that direction, they go the other way. So he's Timber's out there running and running. I'm top Timber, no, stop boy, no. I'm like, oh man, what do I do now? I'm thinking I can't get the button, because it's like, who knows where that flew to when I got yanked up against the door. The one over on the wall's like 8 feet away. It might as well be at the other end of the block, because I can't get to that. So I can't call anybody. Cell phones haven't been invented yet. I don't have a phone in the garage. No point in yelling. Neighbors are a million miles away. So I'm like, oh gosh, I can just see now the paramedics coming, wondering what in the heck happened to this guy in the garage. So about this time, Timber is still yanking, and I'm starting to get laughing at myself being in the garage, how stupid of an idea this was, and I thought it was so smart. So about that time, I fall over because I'm starting to laugh in the garage, and I fall down to the floor. Well, then Timber keeps going, and the door's open 2 feet, so I like slide out underneath the door with the waistband down around my ankles. He's pulling me down the driveway. Somehow I got him to stop long enough that I was able to stand up and pull the belt up to my waist. And then we went on down the street back to the power lines where the snowmobile trails are, and we went ahead and did our skijoring trip. Hey, family pets, oh boy, don't we just love them? our furry family members, our unconditional love. They love us and we love them. So we do the skijoring, and we go down the trail and see a couple deer and things, and ski for, a mile or so, and then turn around and come home and come back into the garage, hit the button on the wall to close the door. I'm like not telling anybody about this story. This is going to be top secret, one of those throw away the key things, and put everything away, and go to bed, because it's like 10:30, 11 at night now, because again, we go out late at night. Get up the next day, head into the bathroom, go to take a shower. I am covered with bruises from head to foot. I mean, my whole body is just black and blue. I'm like, oh man, I sure hope I don't have to explain this to anyone. Hey Rob, how'd you get all those bruises? Oh, well, it was a wild night of passion, What'd you do, fall out of the bed? And then down the stairs into the basement? Twice? I mean, I am just black and blue. Thank goodness it's like January, the middle of winter in Maine, so I was just able to wear winter clothes, and in 2 or 3 days it all passed. So nobody ever knew about that story, and shh, don't tell anybody, just keep this between us, because I don't want it getting out there. So if you have a friend that's interested in homesteading and living self-sufficient and self-reliant, whatever they want to do, please don't share this story with them. Keep it a secret. Keep it to yourself. And if you have any questions, ask, because we truly want you to succeed with your pets safely and bruise-free. Living happy, living fun-loving, and living carefree. Live life doing it yourself. And don't fall down your basement stairs.